Richard Hong here, and we are talking Bill and Ted Face the Music with Jayma MAYS and Erinn Hayes. Ladies, I wanted to tell you congratulations. I think this is the summer movie that we needed, and I wanted to know, what was the experience like of being in a Bill and Ted universe?
It was incredible. I mean, just to jump into something that you've been a fan of for so long was a real dream come true, you know? And then to have the dream team of Mays and Hayes together.
Yes.
Hey, Death. If it isn't a wild stallions.
William Sadler, I've got to tell you, congratulations on being a part of this, because when I heard you were coming back, I said, damn right!
Thank you. Thank you. Best round of three.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for saying that. So how was it reprising the role of Death? And did you have to kind of go back and watch the previous two to kind of familiarize yourself again with the character?
I did go back. I went back and watched the first two movies to get ready. I mean, just to remind myself of who he was and the gestures and the sound and so on. Because, but I was truly surprised at how easy he came back. Apparently, I've been carrying this character around in my pocket for 29 years or something, and I finally got a chance. I finally brought him out to play, and he filled up the room. He just was like an inflatable. And once they had the makeup and the robes and the scythe and the boots that make me 6 feet tall, and the Czechoslovakian accent, I couldn't stop him, you know?
I did, yes. I watched them both again. And through that, realized what a big fan my husband was. Because I kept looking over as I was watching them. He was kind of just always hearing over my shoulder, like when mouthing all of the words, like he knew every single scene. He knew he was like, I didn't realize how obsessed he was with it. But yeah, I watched them again.
Yeah, I did too. And I watched them with my kids who are 11 and 13. And it was really cool to see them through their eyes, because I knew it, fans, so I knew the movies through and through, but they loved them. So it was like, oh, good, it holds up, and now they're excited for this movie to come out. So it was great.
Makeup is a little different. So I was wondering, was the makeup process faster this time around than previous that you remember, or was it exactly the same?
It was exactly the same. It has the technology has changed. Now they use airbrushes and tricks and things that they can do now that they couldn't do when we shot the first one, but it still took 3 hours to put on and about 45 minutes to get it off. And a terrific team of makeup artists for this one. But it was like, there's no way around it. There's no way to get it all on your face and have it look right without them being that careful and so on. So,
did you ever think in your wildest dreams, when you're going out for movies and television shows and theater, that you would be the princesses in Bill and Ted? So now you have to do the English accents. So I was curious, how much you had to kind of prep to do that, and if you stayed in the English accent characters, or at least with the accents, even in between takes.
I mean, no, not in between takes, but I was like, oh God. At first I was really scared. I was like, how specific do we have to go? What region? What do we have to do? And I was like, wait, nobody knows what anybody sounded like back in the 1300s. They probably sounded, they sounded completely different. So I was like, I'm just gonna do generic. But Jayma's married to a Brit. So
to a prince.
Got somebody correcting her.
I'm married to my very own English princess. And she is lovely. And no, he was great. He helped me a lot with, the accent. I wasn't 100%, but he helped me a lot and kept reminding me to drop my R's for the months that we were there.
You ladies are still very, very young. So I was curious, when was the last time you were ever in a working phone booth? Not a prop, but a working phone booth, if you remember.
That's nice. I'm not as young as you think maybe I am. I mean, I certainly remember using them maybe in college.
Yes, I've only been around since cell phones were invented, so I've never even seen a phone booth. I couldn't tell you. I think with the pandemic going on, though, it's not something I'd want to step foot in right now at the moment. No, I don't know. Maybe college thing. Maybe thing.
I was wondering, in real life, do you play bass, or did you learn to play a little bit to like really kind of fill out the character, or is it just hey man, it's just me jamming away doing my thing?
I play guitar, and I've played all my life. I played ukuleles and banjos amazing. And mandolins and guitars, lots and lots and lots of guitars. But when they handed me the bass, so it's not a big stretch to play a little melody on the bass. I'm not really playing what you hear in the movie. I'm sure they got people who could really jam the hell out of it, but I can fake it pretty good because, you know.
The fun thing about Bill and Ted is that, you know, you get into this phone booth and you go back and you meet these historical figures. So I was curious for both of you, you know, is there a historical figure that if you had the opportunity to meet, you would go back and say, this is the person I would love to meet?
I have dreams about, like, every time I would love to go back to the founding fathers, just be like, hey, guys, not that sentence. You know, like, I just little tweaks here and there, like, add a sentence here. Trust me, it's gonna really help further down the line.
Take that one out. Just omit that one completely.
The movie is Bill and Ted Face the Music. It's out August 28th. Until next time, I'm Richard Hong, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look Features.